guys, and happy Wednesday. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna make a fall granola, which is perfect for this time of year, and it tastes amazing. Plus it's my husband's favorite snack that I pack for him for work. So I just want to go over one thing before we start, is that's glycotoxins. And if you're a fan of Dr. Greger's, you know that you're not supposed to heat high protein, high fat foods like nuts and soy to really high degrees. So we are pretty much going to bake this at 200 degrees for a long extended time so that all of those toxins don't come out, and it's still going to give us the nice crunch that we're looking for our granola. But I just want to preface that's why I'm cooking it at such a low temperature, because I don't want anything like that in my food, or you know, we don't want to take something healthy and make it unhealthy. So there are lots of seeds and high protein, high fat things in this that are healthy, but we're not going to heat it very high. And then this is going to let us still enjoy our granola, and it'll be wonderful. So I just want to go over the ingredients before we get started. I have lined my baking pan or baking, this is like a basket, with parchment paper, and I'm going to use my Breville Smart Oven Air to cook this, but you can cook this in a regular oven. You're just going to preheat it to 200 degrees, and that will allow us not to release any of that toxins. Like I said, we're just going to bake it for a long time. Your whole house is going to smell amazing, and it's great to just, you know, you can do it in the evening and then have it ready for, you know, your week's worth of snacks. So I have everything pre-measured out. I have half a cup of pecans and half a cup of sliced almonds. Now these are raw nuts that I use because again, we're not using roasted. And I just mixed them in a large bowl right here. You need 2 cups of rolled oats. They can be extra thick or rolled oats, whatever you'd like. So I'm just gonna add that to the mixture. And then I have 1/4 cup of millet that I've cooked. So this is millet, it's a grain, 1/4 cup, and you can add that. It's gonna look kind of like a couscous or a quinoa if you've never used millet before, but it's great. So you can go ahead and give that a quick toss. Okay, and then our seasonings to make this fall inspired. I did 1 tablespoon of cinnamon and 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, but if you're not crazy on pumpkin pie or anything like that, you can just add cinnamon or nutmeg or whatever spices you want. This is customizable. So go ahead and add that in, and I'm just going to do a quick toss. This is all of our dry ingredients. And then for our wet ingredients, and I'll have all of the measurements linked below, you needed a half a cup of dates that are pitted and 3/4 cup of water. Blend that together in a high-speed blender or food processor, whatever you'd like, to make some date paste. This is going to be what sticks everything together. I also added 1/4 teaspoon of miso, and that's going to give us our salt of this. You know, it might not taste great how it is now, but when it's mixed on everything, you're really gonna like that salt, savory sweetness that it adds. So I went ahead and did that and blended it all and put it on the side. And then you're gonna take 6 tablespoons of water and 2 tablespoons of flax seed that's ground up like a flaxseed meal, and let that gel up for about 10 minutes. It's gonna make kind of like a giant flax egg. We're also gonna add that. So we're gonna add our flax and our dates miso water mixture. And this is going to be our wet ingredients that we add. That's going to make everything stick together, and really we're going to let heat up in the oven when we cook it for a long period of time. So go ahead and add that now. We're going to add our date mixture as well. This is the perfect treat for traveling, if you work outside the house, if you need a snack, if, you know, anything that, you know, you want a little crunch and protein and fiber, this is definitely my go-to. So go ahead and give that a nice stir. You want all of your oats and nuts to be nice and coated. It's a nice mini arm workout as well. Really making sure everything is nice and coated is key to making this a successful granola. Once you have everything really well combined, you can go ahead and spread it out in your parchment paper. Over here I have our last 2 ingredients. I have half a cup of raisins, or 2 of those mini boxes if that's what you get, and half a cup of raw pumpkin seeds. And I'm gonna add the pumpkin seeds about halfway through, and the raisins I'm gonna add, just toss them at the end. So that's really easy. If you don't like raisins, you don't have to add them, and if you want to add a different nut, you can. I love that this is customizable, but for me, the pumpkin seeds and the pecans and the pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon really give it that fall feeling, and I just love it. So go ahead and try to evenly spread out your granola. We're gonna bake it for an hour at 200 degrees and then check on it. And you can kind of play around with the bake time. I wouldn't mess with the temperature settings because we don't really want to go above 200 from those glycotoxins, but we can mess around with how long you want it to bake for. So if you want to bake it for, you know, 3 hours or however long, how much crunch you want, it's totally up to you. But I'm gonna go ahead and spread out my granola, and I will see you guys back in an hour, and then we'll add in the pumpkin seeds, bake it for a little bit longer, and then add the raisins at the very end. So this is such a great recipe. I just go ahead and use my fingers to spread it out, and I know you guys are gonna love this for the fall season, for the whole entire year, and this is just such a repeat one that still lets us get granola even without, you know, having any of those roasted nuts or anything else. So I really love this recipe. Just wanted to give you a preview of the granola before it goes in the oven. I just evenly spread it out, and now I'm gonna go bake it for an hour. Hey guys, I'm gonna apologize because my dishwasher is running right now, so I'm not sure how noisy this is in the video, but my granola for fall is done, and I know my husband's gonna be super pumped when he comes home and sees that this is finished, because this is his favorite. And I ended up cooking it for 1 minute and 20, and then I added in the pumpkin seeds and cooked it for another half an hour after that. You can cook it anytime between 1 and 2 hours. 2 hours it's gonna be more crispy, 1 hour it's gonna be a little bit more softer, so it's totally up to you, whatever you like. Just don't go over 200 degrees in your temperature. And I'll link the video from Dr. Greger on why you shouldn't cook high protein, high fat items at high temperatures for those glycotoxins I was talking about earlier. And yeah, if you didn't know that, you shouldn't be cooking crispy tofu or anything like that, because that's what they release. So that's something new I learned within this year, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But you can still make delicious granola. And make sure you subscribe if you're not. I'm gonna have a video out Sunday, so you don't want to miss it. And leave me a comment if you try out our fall granola, because it is such a keeper. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.